Hello everyone, we meet again today. In today's science, we will study about our circulatory system. Now, what is a circulatory system? Well, it's like the blood distributes the food all around our body. So, we will study about blood for today. Okay, so let's start today's lesson. This is the sample of our blood. Well, when it is like this, it's not much. However, if we try to look deep inside in the microscopic level, we will see some cells that is inside our blood. Inside our blood, we have four main cells. We have the red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and also plasma. For today, we will mainly focus to the red blood cells. The red blood cells will bring oxygen and nutrients throughout all the body. It is also the cells that makes our blood become red. So, how the red blood cells distribute all the nutrients and oxygen inside our body? Well, in our body, we have what we call as blood vessels. Blood vessels are the tubes surrounding all our body so that every segment or every place in our body will get the red blood cells or will get the oxygen and nutrients. The blood moves because of the heart. Now, let's take a closer look into the heart. The heart beats. Do you know how many beats per minute that the heart does? Well, for adults, usually it's around 60 to 100 beats per minute. So that means for 1 second, at least your heart will beat twice. If you try to look closely, actually the blood vessels is kind of small, isn't it? Well, it's also affected by the pressure. Because your heart beat to circulate the blood around your body, the blood vessel needs to be small. Because if you have a bigger blood vessels, that means your heart will have to beat faster than normally. So, if we start from the heart, where the blood will go? Before, we study about the lungs where the oxygen is extracted. So if we try to start where the oxygen starts, that means we first go from the lungs and then go to the heart. After the heart, it's separated into two places, to the head and around all our body. When the blood circulates, it gives the oxygen that we need in every place in our body and take the carbon dioxide that we need to release all around from our body.
お待たせしました。こちら本日分の酸素になります。赤血球、ヘモグロビンを多く含むため赤い。血液循環によって酸素と二酸化炭素を運搬する。
Now, in our body, we have two types of blood vessels. The first type of blood vessels carry the oxygen, while the second type of blood vessels carry the carbon dioxide. The blood vessels that carry the oxygen, which is from the heart and then go throughout all our body, we called it as an artery. While the blood vessels that carry out the carbon dioxide from all our body to the lungs, we called it as veins. If you try to look closely on your own body, you can see some blue lines maybe on your skin. That, my friend, is vein. However, you couldn't see your artery from the outside. Do you know why? Because artery is actually deep inside your body. Because the artery is from the heart. That means the pressure or the blood pressure is higher than the veins. So it will be a problem if the artery got cut, and then means the blood will spread all over the place. But if the veins got cut, we'll still be fine because the blood pressure is not that high in the veins. Now, before we talk about the heartbeat, when the heart is beating, The blood follow the flow of the heartbeat. So that means, from our perspective, the blood kinda like a wave inside our body. This wave, we call them as a ripple. And this ripple is actually become the pulse that we can feel from outside our body. You could check your pulse from around your wrist or your neck. In that way, you could check your own heartbeat. I actually want you to check your own heartbeat, but unfortunately, because I need to be there with you, we cannot do that for now. Maybe we will do it all together again when all of you can come all together to school again. So, that's it for our study today. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Because we're not having class like last week. Well, because I personally only will do that if we have some kind of experiments going on, like last week. For now, however, because we cannot do that kind of experiment, I have a little bit task for you. This is not a homework. This is something that you may do, and if you don't want to, it's fine for you. But if you do this, it will become a bonus point for all of you. So here's the thing. We study about blood, about pulse, about heartbeat, about circulatory system. Now, I haven't told you about myself a little bit, aren't I? I like Japan. I like manga. I like anime. And there is this kind of anime that explain about cells in our body. And the first episode of that anime is about blood. It's called Hataraku Saibo, or in English, cells at work. Now, I don't want to force you to watch this, but if you want, you can download it from the Google Drive. I will put it in the materials folder so you can download it. However, this is a warning for all of you. And I believe you need to tell to your parents if you use your data and not Wi-Fi at your home. You can download it and watch it because it's good. It's really good. It's about 30 minutes. And I may say that the file is about 200 megabytes. And you need to download it before you can watch it. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit expensive for your data. But I highly recommend that you watch it. If you watch it, please make the summary of the episode about what do you think. I mean, what did you learn from that episode about red blood cells, white blood cells, and every other thing? Well, it is up to you if you want to watch it. For those who collect the summary of the episode, I will give extra points in your score later. Or maybe, just maybe, if you make a really, really good summary, I maybe will give you some kind of present when you come to school. I don't know. We'll see about that later, okay? However, for those who make the summary, will get extra points in their score. I think that's it for today. I'm sorry if I ramble too much about this kind of anime. And that is my time. I hope you enjoy my video, and I really do hope that you watch that anime. Well then, I'll see you again next time. Bye bye!